US President Donald Trump. He said, and I quote, that there are reports that Iran is charging fees to tankers going through the Strait of Hormuz. They better not, and if they are, they better stop now. So this is what Donald Trump has said, because there are two sticking points. First of all, as we told you, one is Lebanon, as Iran is saying that that should be part of the peace plan and there should be no attack on Lebanon. As you know, the second is the Strait of Hormuz, because we're learning that after the ceasefire plan fell apart, Iran has once again blocked the Strait of Hormuz, and now Donald Trump is saying that there are reports that Iran is charging fee to tankers going through the Strait of Hormuz. They are charging as much as $2 million per ship that is passing through the Strait of Hormuz. But Donald Trump saying that they better not be, and if they are, they better stop right now. And that's the latest statement coming on day 42 of the war. Even as there is a ceasefire plan in place, it has fallen apart in the last few hours. And after that, let me take you through what Donald Trump has posted on social media. He said that Iran is doing a very poor job, dishonorable, some would say, of allowing oil to go through the Strait of Hormuz. This is not the agreement that we have. This is what he has posted on social media of as far as Iran is concerned, because one of the sticking points, as you know, is the Strait of Hormuz that has been blocked once again by Iran after what they've said that the ceasefire agreement was violated by US and Israel. Israel continues to attack Lebanon. In that backdrop, now Donald Trump has said that there are reports that Iran is charging fees to tankers going through the Strait of Hormuz, and they better not do so. Let me once again bring in my colleague Mayank, who's been tracking all the details. Mayank, we spoke about one sticking point, that is Lebanon. Another is the Strait of Hormuz that has been blocked once again. There are also reports that Iran has laid out mines once again in that key waterway. Also is charging a huge sum from the ships that are passing through. A threat, a warning that is now coming from Donald Trump that that as far as Iran is concerned, they better not be charging money. And if they are, they should stop right now. Take us through the details of this.
Every side is making, it's a posturing done by every side, and which has to come to the negotiations soon actually. Before the things come to a middle ground, every side is making posturing to find out, extract the maximum out of the ceasefire agreements. Now, second point, effectively, Strait of Hormuz has always been controlled by Iran, and they had been the one which was deciding whether the civil or merchant vessels will be moving, definitely not the military ones. So that is the second point. And third point, it will be part of the discussion. Definitely it will be part of the discussion whether the kind of movement which will be allowed will be at in lieu of some charges or not, because the Strait of Hormuz has come in a state of affairs wherein no movement is taking place. So if it is also talk about mining, it has to be demined in a way, and mining is a very frightening thing if it happens that side, because that is going to exacerbate and complicate the things and movement, at least fuel movement, energy security of the world in a quandary. So it has to be seen the way it will be resolved, and it is a very important topic for negotiation.
Absolutely, because day before yesterday, almost more than 1 month after the war started, the Strait of Hormuz was opened, but few hours after that, now Iran has closed it again. Let me take you through the details and how India is still secured, because in the last 1 month, many of the vessels carrying LPG crude oil, they have already arrived in the country. Let me take you through the details. As we told you, as we've been telling you, Shivalik, that was the first vessel to arrive on March 16. It arrived in Gujarat carrying LPG. The next one was Nanda Devi, arrived at Gujarat once again carrying LPG and crude oil, is what we are learning so far. Many of the other vessels that have been coming, Jagvasant on March 27th arrived at Wadinar port as well. So in the last few days, many of the vessels carrying LPG and also crude oil, they have been coming to India. On March 31st, BWTYR that arrived at Mumbai port. In fact, yesterday as well, a vessel had arrived, Pine Gas, April 2nd, arrived at Visakhapatnam port carrying either LPG or crude oil is what we're learning. BWELM, it also arrived on April 4th and arrived at Ennore port is what we are learning. Green Sanvi, also, in fact, Green Asha, it arrived at Mumbai port just yesterday, as we've been telling you, carrying LPG. So this is very important because at a time when the Strait of Hormuz is blocked, Iran has made it quite clear that there are several countries that includes Pakistan, India, China, Russia, Iraq. Their vessels will be allowed, and that is because of the diplomacy at play and the conversation that our Prime Minister, External Affairs Minister, has been having with Iran diplomatically, back-channel talks that are underway between the two countries. With this, we're taking a very short break, but more news and updates as far as the war is concerned on the other side.